February 14, 2022.
Mr. Bizarri, we got to be legislated in our approach. And this
I've read information.
This cannot now be a Magibi issue when it was legislated.
We had two officers. Is a county officer. Every county gets a section under the ministry. No county has an individual budget. The land item under the ministry. Every request goes to the minister office to find out. So the minister is the county officer. Whatever might be here, he's aware. So he can't come here and say he can't talk. So he should be put on other than that. The minister will not be allowed to speak.
If we don't allow him to talk, then let him
There
be
you go.
excused.
There you go. If there's an error in the proceeding, every minister will let the know. Why did I let the minister go? And I come in and call him I come in from the county.
Distinguished Honorable Police, please give your order.
past section, so I will modify it to say information to the peaceful. Mr. Presiding, co-presiding colleagues, we need to be legislative in our approach. For the fact that the superintendent of the county who superintends the county is here based on request through this legislature. And the legislature, in their own wisdom, said that the minister should come, meaning he is very significant to the process. And in fact, he should be the first person to make an open statement by introducing this gentleman. Mr. Presiding, I think the way forward is that the minister should be placed on an oath. Then we can proceed from there.
So my alternative view is that if the minister is not significant or will not be making an input, then let the minister be excused from the discussion. Ask them when we want the minister to get involved, they can be brought in. But the fact that he is the boss of the superintendent, to be here, he must be placed on oath. So the best thing is, if he's not going to be placed on oath, he can excuse us and then we can invite him if the need arises. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Honorable Zaza.
Mr. Speaker, co-presiding, I do not see the necessity of preparing the minister to be placed. I do see that. The fact is, the minister is not a party to the level of our meeting. Will you please give me a chance to let me speak? The minister is not party to the level of our meeting. He was, my friend, what I'm saying, there is no necessity for the minister to be placed on the road. My friend, there is no necessity. The minister does not participate in the county development discussion. Look at section 9 of the law. The county development fund. The minister is not party to that. So there is no need for the minister to be placed on the road. There is no need. I'm talking to what I know. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you. I just like to share the information with Zaza that it is important for the minister to be put on a oath and for the minister to be able to answer to us in plenary. I am sure there is a reason why we said for the minister to come, because we could have just directly sent for the superintendent, but the superintendent cannot appear here by himself without his minister. And for Zaza to say the minister has nothing to do with the concern raised, that is not true, because the minister is the one that authorized the payment of all these country and social development funds. And so it will be prudent for the minister to be given the opportunity to address us and this whole process will be resolved in the most amicable way.
My friend,
District 5, becoming a very key department to us. And the appearance take a very heated debate on the floor here at the Honorable House of
President, now that you know, the fact that the Honorable Fofana not Ben, because the Honorable Fofana told us that the superintendent, the internal affairs minister, may have been the one to authorize everything, so it makes sense. However, it makes sense. Our reliance were based on our deliberation. And it was an intra-Magigi affair. Now that you yourself participated, now that we have known that the Honorable perhaps directly or indirectly may be linked, so I see no reason why Honorable Fofana. So I see no reason why the Honorable Minister cannot go on the board. So that means the minister now ought to be a minister and on the minister. So, minister, you are now on the board. Thank you. So, the man, you are not. He doesn't have to trust the Bible.
Minister has no problem.
Our minister is a religious person. Proceed, please.
I,
Daniel Selly, Minister of Internal Affairs,
do solemnly swear
the
testimony I'm about to give
that the testimony I'm about to give,
as it relates to the hearing, is the truth, and nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much. So, please have your seat on with Madam Chief Clerk. Please read the communication. First to
February 14, 2022. Honorable Baba Chambers, Speaker, the Honorable House of Representatives, Capital of Monrovia, Liberia. With compliments to the highest esteem, I herewith pray the indulgence of this Honorable House of Representatives to invite before its plenary the Superintendent of Magigi County, Honorable Jerry Vanney, to give reason why he has denied the citizens of Magigi Electoral District 2 their share of the County Development Fund for the fiscal year 2020-2021. Honorable Speaker, in keeping with the budget law of the fiscal budget year 2020-2021, a resolution was derived in the July 23-2021 county sitting, named and styled July 23-2021 county solution, in which 18,000 United States dollars was appropriated to each of the 5 electoral districts in Magigi County. Following the county sitting, District 2 convened its district sitting on August 14, 2021 and decided the usage of the share of the County Development Fund and reduced the decision into a resolution named and styled District 2 Development Council, 3rd District Sitting Resolution on August 14, 2021. Honorable Speaker, having followed all the procedures inclusive of the summation of the district resolution and request for disbursement of funds and request for project implementation to the office of the superintendent is yet to commence the realization of the people's decision. Furthermore, my office wrote follow-up communications taking into consideration the expiration of the fiscal budget 2020-2021 on June 30, 2021, which sourced this fund. As of today's date, the Secretary is yet to respond to any of the requests or communications. With the aforementioned, I pray that Honorable Jerry Vanny be invited before the House's plenary to give reason why Mike Ibi Electoral District 2 is yet to realize utilization of the County Development Fund of 2020-2021, having followed all the requirements. Today, Honorable Ava K. Jones, Representative, District 2, Mike Ibi County.
So that's the communication contact.
Communication to the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Capital Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Honorable Minister, I present compliments and I'm pleased to respectfully invite you by directive of plenary of the Honorable House of Representatives in section that you kindly appear before it on Tuesday, March 1, 2022, 11 a.m. to be accompanied by Honorable Jerry Vanny, Superintendent Mike Ibi County. The invitation from plenary is prompted by a communication it received under the signature of Honorable Ava K. Jones, Representative Electoral District 2, Mike Ibi County, alleging the failure of Superintendent Jerry Vanny to turn over to citizens of Electoral District 2 their fair share from the 2020-2021 County Development Fund in the amount of US $18,000. Kind regards, sincerely, Mildred N. Sayer, and that was PP by J. Stephen G. and Deputy. Communication from the Superintendent. February 22, 2022. Honorable Jerry Vanny, Superintendent Mike Ibi County, Liberia. Dear Honorable Vanny, I present heartfelt compliments and I am pleased by the directive of the plenary of the Honorable House of Representatives in section to invite your presence before it on Tuesday, March 1, 2022 at 11 a.m. Mr. Superintendent, please be informed that your invitation emanates from a communication under the signature of Honorable Ava K. Jones, Representative Electoral District 2, Mike Ibi County, indicating your alleged failure to turn over to citizens of Electoral District 2 their fair share of the 2020-2021 County Development Fund in the amount of US $18,000. Attached is Fatima for your perusal and information. Kind regards, sincerely, Roger and Sayer Chief Clerk. That was also PP by J. Sefo Jipe, Deputy Chief Clerk. Mr. Speaker, honorable ladies and gentlemen, that was the reading of the communications, one from Ava K. Jones, and the invite to our guests now before us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That said, has been enshrined in the letter that the Minister of the Accompanying Superintendent to make clarity as to the issue. That said, we'll ask the proponent of this communication to briefly, can you approach the chair, please? Can you approach the chair? Please approach the chair. Please approach the chair.
But you're wrong.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For 5 minutes, the Speaker.
How you say no honorable finance?
Who's going to give me? You're presiding here today, we're listening to you, don't get any
Honorable Speaker, colleagues. Honorable Speaker, let me say thanks on behalf of the citizens of District Number 2, Mike Ibi County,
to this August body for putting their communication to be placed on the agenda of this honorable body. Mr. Speaker, the budget law of 2020-2021, like other budget laws in the Republic of Liberia, set aside monies to be directly used by the 15 political subdivisions of our country. Through the wisdom of the President and this honorable body, the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning gave each and every county 100,000. So in keeping with the budget law, the county council should gather in the capital of the county and come up with a resolution. The county council met on the 23rd of July in 2021 and came up with a resolution appropriating 10% of the 100,000 to the PMC for overhead and 90% of that fund in the council resolution that the amount be distributed evenly among the 5 electoral districts. And with the acquiescence of the 2 senators, there should be a district city. Honorable Speaker, Police, District number 2, like District 1, conducted a district sitting. In the sitting of District number 1, there were not the presence of the 2 senators. District number 2 had her district sitting on the 14th of August with invitation sent to all of the county authorities, including the 2 superintendents. And the people of District number 2 reduced their decision into a resolution appropriating the 18,000 to projects within the district. The district council submitted its resolution to the superintendent not later than the 23rd of August in 2021. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, since the submission of the district resolution, the superintendent is yet to implement the people's resolution. I wrote a communication to him asking the superintendent office why he could not implement the project. As indicated in my communication, the superintendent is yet to respond to that communication. Only on one morning to hear the superintendent on Radio Farmington informing the citizens that the citizens should ask me, their lawmaker, for their money, and saying they have refused, or his office has refused to implement projects as per the appropriation because of administrative reason. Based upon that, Honorable Speaker, fellow colleagues, I wrote this honorable body seeking the indulgence of the body to invite before it the superintendent of my county to state reason why the citizens of District number 2 have been denied their just benefit of the county funds with other districts in the county benefiting. With that being said, Honorable Speaker, fellow colleagues, I submit while with another opportunity to deliberate in this matter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Mr. Superintendent, did you follow the communication that was sent? If so, please give us clarity on the matter. On the post. Yeah.
Mr. Presiding, co-presiding colleagues, to where we are now, that the proponent of the communication has explained, and the minister, the superintendent, the superintendent accompanied the minister, and the minister is in here, Mr. Presiding. I would ask that the matter being expressed be reached to the minister and get his view, and from there we proceed.
Thank you very much. Again, in as much as the minister also was taken oath, so now he has become active in this process. So we allow the minister to give or view his view of the matter, since indeed he has links with the exercise or with the exercise. The minister. Yes, they are also
observation.
The Speaker of the Police, the complaint as outlined our colleague is against the superintendent of Magni County. So he the principal or defendant or witness, I mean, you call him. So let him take a stand and then clarify the issue and to explain his side of the story. And then we go from there. Because I need to have the superintendent come on the producer come on, then we bring him on. But right now, the principal accused is the superintendent of Magni County.
Chinky.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, while I think you know of the position of the local country legal luminary, the information I want to provide is that when an agent of any of the functionaries of government is brought, complaints is brought here, the head of that functionary of government is invited to come along with that person. The reason being, it's possible in this case that the Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs could use his good offices to determine a withdrawal of the matter to settle between the superintendent and that of our colleague. Having said that, this is my information, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Summer.
George Summer.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I have a contrary view. Although the Minister of Internal Affairs is the boss, but the complaint is against the superintendent. I therefore believe that the superintendent should be the first person to give a statement, then the minister in turn can come and verify if it is true what the superintendent is saying. So I believe that the complainant should be the first person to take this stand. I thank you.
Maybe because I need to
Honorable Speaker.